It's time now for a look at the latest in local news. In the news, the Wayne County school system currently enjoying their holiday break, but when they return to school in January, School Superintendent Sean Kelly states that the plan is to have all kids and teachers back under one roof at James E. Bacon Elementary. They state construction continues daily at the school, and the superintendent reports that the cold weather has not delayed the progress being made at the school. Since the beginning of the year, the school system has used 3 different locations to conduct school at James E. Bacon, but all that will change when school begins in January, as the current plan again is to have everyone back in the same building at James E. Bacon Elementary. Meanwhile, the school system pushes on to sell the Wayne County voters on the continuation of the 1-cent tax for education. The current one runs out in June of 2024. In March of 2023, voters will head to the polls to decide the issue on the next East-Bloss, which is projected to raise $30 million over a 5-year period. They stress it's not a new tax, but simply a continuation of the one already in place. The school system has stated that the top 2 priority projects will be a new ROTC building and a new Ag Center. Also with the funds, they'll make improvements to athletic facilities, purchase school buses, improvements in technology, and other needs improved in the school system. And the vote takes place in the month of March of 2023. The date of the vote is March 21st, but there will be 3 weeks of early voting leading up to the vote on the 21st. The school board meets in January, and they've got 2 new school board members joining the board, Tina Mosley and Todd Wise. Joint members Sharon Daniel, Joe McPipkin, and Bruce Harris. Reminder, the County Commissioners' first meeting of the year will be Wednesday, January the 11th, and once again, a reminder they'll meet back at the County Commissioners' meeting room. They will no longer be meeting at Courtroom C. They've got 3 new commissioners joining the council. They are Tim Hopkins, Mike Gordon, and Jamie Hickox. They join returning members James Boot Thomas and Kevin McCreary. Once again, their first board meeting is set for Wednesday, January the 11th at 6 p.m. at the County Commissioners' meeting room. Chamber of Commerce, once again, hosting the annual Eggs and Issues Breakfast. That gets underway January 5th at Coastal Pines Technical College. The time will be from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Our local representatives will be on hand to give a preview of what they expect will take place in Atlanta during the legislative session in 2023. On hand will be State Senator Blake Tillery, along with State Representative Stephen Meeks and our new representative, Buddy DeLoach. Tickets for the event going well. They're $25 for chamber members, $35 for non-members. Tickets are on sale now at the Chamber of Commerce. You can simply stop by or call the chamber, number 427-2028. Once again, the annual Eggs and Issues Breakfast set for January 5th at AT College from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. A reminder, the arraignment, which was scheduled for today at Glenn County Courthouse for former District Attorney Jackie Johnson, has once again been postponed. No date has been set for a new arraignment date. Already 14 months and counting since she was indicted by a Glenn County grand jury on 2 counts, 1 violation of oath of office, the other willful obstruction of law enforcement officers, all dealing with her handling of the shooting death of Ahmaud Arbery in Brunswick, Georgia. All judges in the circuit have recused themselves from the case. It's being handled by a Superior Court judge out of Ogeechee County, Judge John Turner. Still no one's been able to state why it's taking over 14 months for an arraignment date to be set up. At the arraignment, the judge is expected to consider motions by Johnson's attorney asking that one of the charges be dismissed. Johnson's attorney contends there's simply no evidence that Johnson told police officers on that day of the Ahmaud Arbery shooting not to arrest anyone. That's the allegation, as they state Johnson told officers not to arrest Greg McMichael because he once worked in the DA's office. DA Johnson recused herself from the Ahmaud Arbery case, called DA George Barnhill from the Waycross Judicial Circuit, asked him to take over the case, which he did, but eventually recused himself, but not first writing a highly controversial letter in which he ruled the shooting death of Ahmaud Arbery was justified in self-defense. Barnhill, however, faces no criminal charges. Once again, the sole purpose of the arraignment is to simply enter a plea of guilty or not guilty, set a court date. It's been 14 months and counting, and still no arraignment date for the former district attorney. Jackie Johnson served the Brunswick Judicial Circuit for over 10 years before being defeated by Keith Higgins in the 2020 election. Once again, the arraignment date was postponed again today. Again, as soon as we get a new date, we'll pass that information along here on our local news. New Year's Eve Saturday night, and the Pine Forest Country Club is hosting a New Year's dance with local band Second Chance, and they're inviting the public as well to attend. Cost is $75 per couple. They ask that you do call in advance for tickets, number 427-4625. The event will begin around 7:30 with light finger food. The band will take the stage later and play till midnight. Full breakfast after midnight will be served. The club will have party favors, champagne to ring in the new year. Once again, this is Saturday night, New Year's Eve dance at the Pine Forest Country Club, open to the public. Once again, cost $75 per couple. Again, they do ask that you call in advance for tickets. Again, the number again, 427-4625. Bring in the new year at the Pine Forest Country Club with the finest band of the land, Second Chance Band, and call today for tickets and ring in the new year at the Pine Forest Country Club. Local law enforcement and the Georgia State Patrol getting ready for this upcoming New Year's weekend. They're warning all motorists that they'll be out in full force looking to crack down on those that violate the law. They encourage everyone to slow down, buckle up, and again, they ask that you please do not drink and drive. AAA estimating that 112 million people will be traveling at least 50 miles or more over the holiday and last New Year's holidays. 254 people arrested for driving under the influence. Again, they ask that you make it a happy New Year, drive sober, and obey all traffic laws. Travel by air has become a nightmare for many who are seeing flights canceled, many having a hard time locating their luggage. And if you're traveling by air over the holidays, you might want to check with your airline to make certain your flight has not been delayed or canceled. In many local stores here in Wayne County offering great buys on Christmas items that were not sold by Christmas Day, and merchants looking to unload the merchandise before the end of the year. Many Christmas items have been slashed as much as 50%. Many take advantage and start their Christmas shopping early. Once again, many local merchants having holiday sales up to the first of the year. You can shop till you drop. Again, all taking place around Wayne County. We'll come back with a final note right after this word from our sponsor or the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final note in the news: in a few days, we say goodbye to the year 2022 and hello to a new year 2023. When we look back on the year 2022, what did we see? How about an 09 football team that turned around a program with a new head football coach who led the Jackets to a record of 10-3? Nothing short of a miracle what head coach Jesup Shaw and his staff accomplished in just their first season. Program in great shape, and our new head football coach Jesup Shaw the main reason. It was a year when we moved away from COVID, no more social distancing and mask mandates. Mandate's just a bad word. It makes most people like myself irate. It was nice to see crowds at sporting events and people back in church and gathering together in just one place. We are humans. We need contact communication and seeing people face to face. Holidays are just about over, but again, Wayne County, a great place to live and enjoy the holiday events. Whether it was Thanksgiving community service or the live nativity or the chamber parade, it all came and went. The downtown area is alive and well, and that's a great thing to see. People shopping, eating, catching a movie. Downtown Jesup has become a place to be. School system's been busy. Construction of James E. Bacon being completed, a new track dedication and ready to host track meets. High school track athletes finally can run at home, and for them, that's awfully sweet. In the year 2023, they will push for the continuation of that 1 cent penny that brings millions of dollars into the economy. It's just a continuation of the current tax that makes common sense, you see. They say it'll raise $30 million over 5 years. The goal, an ag building and a facility for ROTC. They say improvements to athletic facilities, maybe one day a new stadium. We'll just have to wait and see. Another great story of the past year, the county government finally out of debt, no more taking out loans, trying to lower the millage rate. After several years ago, that $5 million increase, I still hear the moans and groans. But progress is being made, the IDA out working and doing their best to bring jobs and industry in, but knowing to look after the current business and shop owners, that's where it all begins. Yes, the year 2022 is almost gone, but one thing remains the same. Living in a small town like Jesup, Wayne County is how to play the game. People are friendly most of the year. The weather's great. Ask yourself, where else would you rather be? If the answer is right here in Wayne County, well, you're just like me. It's a great community. No, it's not perfect, but as they say, it just feels like home. And only one thing left before the new year kicks in, and that's for the Dogs to whip Ohio State in the Georgia Dome. I believe the mailman will deliver. Heck, he and the Dogs have not lost a game all year, and Saturday night Dog fans will be yelling their favorite cheer. Glory, glory to old Georgia, on to the championship game. We say goodbye to the year 2022. Let's hope 2023 brings everyone joy and happiness and much of the same. Thanks for tuning in each day. We hope you and your family have a wonderful new year. We'll be back in 2023 with more local news and sports and the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. Have no fear. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan saying have a great day.